Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to the 5-day challenge. We are back again with a 5-day challenge here on GrooveKart, where you'll be able to learn everything you need to know in order to build a phenomenal e-commerce store. Well, if you don't know me, I am Karen Allen. I'm a Chief Program Officer here at GrooveAsia. And our trainer today is going to be none other than Peter Moniero, our expert trainer from GrooveAsia's 5-day challenge. Is focusing on GrooveKart this summer. Now, originally from New Zealand, Peter started selling online in 2027 and has experience with platforms like Amazon and eBay. And he discovered Groove in 2019 and has been using it to build websites and online stores since then. Now, currently leading GrooveAsia's GrooveKart training sessions, Peter is the perfect guide to help you understand GrooveKart. Now, I want you to join us for an exciting session where Peter's background and skills come together to make learning GrooveKart easy and fun. So if you put your hands together for Peter Moniero.
Hey, thank you, Karen. Thanks for the introduction. And I love the twist on my name. Awesome. Hey, welcome everybody. I can see Brooks in there and Chanel and Dr. Lisa. Nice to have you here. I'm looking forward to these 5 days, 5-day challenge. In fact, there's been some changes as far as e-commerce goes. So since the last time I actually did a 5-day challenge on GrooveKart. So that's pretty exciting to actually get into some of those different things that we can showcase, I guess, in terms of what's new and what the future looks like when it comes to e-commerce. And that's exactly how I'm going to start off with today. However, some of the things that we're going to be covering throughout the week is going to be, one, going to have an introduction to e-commerce itself, how it kind of began, and just what some of the advantages are when it comes to e-commerce. Also be going over things like the finding a product or niche or even a specific category that you can actually focus on as far as sales goes. And then we'll be looking at building up, finding suppliers as well for those products. Then we will be looking at building out a GrooveKart store straight from scratch. So it's not something that I've actually done before this 5-day challenge. In fact, I'm just going to do it over the shoulder so that you can sort of get an idea exactly what it's like in real time, really, without sort of like all the sort of like bits cut out, because at the end of the day, it's more about what's more close to reality when you're actually building out these stores, and what I encounter, some of the things that I may encounter as I'm building it out. And then, of course, we're going to get to things like adding products, and also look at how we can actually start promoting products or start selling products. And that's going to take a whole week. So there's going to be a full week. So we'll try and get through a lot of this efficiently, but also we don't want to miss anything out. So I'm very aware of that. I don't want to leave anything out. And plus, with the introduction of the different things that are happening, how you can promote, and what tools you can use as far as AI is concerned, then that's going to be things that we're going to be exploring throughout this week anyway, and how I use those tools. And I have created my own ChatGPT agents that also help me discover products as well as content, create content. So and I'll be sharing actually some of those tools with you guys, and some of the agents that I use as well and that I've actually created. All right, let's get started. So as you can see, it's a 5-day challenge, and it's all about build, launch, and sell. And so drop shipping, key facts and insights. Did you know only 10% of dropshippers achieve success in their first year? That's in hindsight, that's actually a really low number. Only 10% achieve success in the first year. And a lot of that is contribute to perseverance and commitment to what you're doing, and if you're passionate enough about it. So not everybody is going to be able to be successful in their first year. Who knows, they might be successful in their second year, but you have to definitely be consistent, and you need to be persistent in what you're doing and have a real passion about it. AliExpress is ranked as the #1 drop shipping platform. Now, this is actually as of August last month, so this is all up-to-date information. And the number of Shopify drop shipping stores increased from 5.16% to 12.82%. All right, now I probably would attribute that to maybe post-COVID, and just how many people started looking at a online alternative when it came to selling products or even starting up their own business. A lot of people don't want to be caught out the next time around. If it ever does happen again, something similar may happen again, who knows, but people don't want to get caught out like that. They want to be able to create some sort of income online. And in fact, I do know of somebody here in my own town who actually sold more online during COVID than what she did when she had the brick and mortar store open, and it was actually a designer label clothing store. So it just goes to show it's very effective when it comes to drop shipping. All right, so approximately 27% of businesses have adopted drop shipping as their primary business model, and just what that means. In fact, I pretty much explain it. Because of COVID, a lot of businesses now have actually realized they really do need to have a online store. If they're selling product in store, they need to be selling product online as well, because that just kind of just takes over, right? It's just a 24/7 type sort of a business, and they don't have to worry about, being up 24 hours to actually be able to sell stuff. But yeah, so it complements the store. In fact, you could probably, like I mentioned before, probably make more online than what you can actually selling in store, depending on traffic, right? Depending on web traffic to your site, or web traffic, or traffic to your people traffic to your store. I see you have a question, Karen.
No, I want to know, are you sharing your screen? Because we're not seeing it if you're sharing a screen.
Oh, right, okay. I thought I was, sorry. Here we go. Okay, can you see that? Sorry. Very sorry about that. So that was the beginning. GrooveKart, build, launch, and sell. Okay, so these are the things that I've actually just mentioned. And also, my last point down here, last bullet point, the dropshipping market is anticipated to reach $372 billion by 2025. Now, that's a huge amount. So there is a future in dropshipping. And, like if you've got a product, whether it be a digital product or whether it be a physical product, definitely something that you should be looking at. Okay, let me go. So here's a few statistics, and I'll just go through them. Only 1.5% of dropshipping stores achieve more than 50K in monthly revenue. That's pretty much within, in the first 12-month period, only 1.5% of dropshipping stores. So, there's literally thousands, if not millions, of stores out there globally. Okay, 30% of the North America dropshipping market is driven by electronics. So that means that, people are obviously selling, the 30% of what's sold online is actually electronics. Now, I used to do that years ago. That's how I first started out when it came to drop shipping. But I realized that I guess the comebacks on those, like the returns, was starting to get a bit too much, because this stuff was coming out of China, and and we're talking about 2006, 2007. Like the whole drop shipping thing was still quite new back then. And a lot of the products that you would get, especially electronic products, weren't as good as what they are now. Now, I will say, many places like China and India and all that, and when it comes down to products, a lot of them have actually stepped up to the plate, and they've really heightened their quality. Not all items, but a lot of them. All right, so electronics, if you want to get into that, I know in a lot of my my sessions, I actually probably try and steer people away from electronics, only because exactly what I just mentioned before, and that is the whole returns type sort of a scenario. Dropshipping stores generate 50% more profit than those relying solely on their online inventory. All right, so how to explain this one? So dropshipping stores. So as a dropshipping store, 50% of the profit is, like, say for instance, if I was a wholesaler and I was selling just inventory in terms of like bulk selling or whatever you want to call it, really 50% of profit can be made from just dropshipping stores that generate sales. So I think where that how that comment comes across is that wholesalers or manufacturers or whatever you want to call them, we want to call them drop shipping suppliers, do actually generate a lot more product from drop shipping stores. How can I explain this? There are actually a lot of drop shippers out there, like manufacturers, suppliers. I'm talking about drop shipping suppliers, not drop shippers like ourselves. And their marketing strategies are very, very poor. They don't know how to market. Right? That's why drop shipping is key for them. So they'd much rather leave it up to people like ourselves to sell their product rather than them trying to sell their product. And that's why they kind of farm it out as drop shipping items, because a lot of them, especially over in China, a lot of them don't know how to market all this stuff. And in fact, that they pretty much just stick to the whole manufacturing. And I guess too as well, they do promote things like, hey, we could do your website and we can add our products into it and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of that going around, and just beware, because I mean, they do promote like $10 sites. Their Shopify store, they get pretty much what sort of niche that you're wanting to sell in, and then they'll create a store based around that. But it's all tied up to their products, right? So the whole store is connected to their platform, where you only sell their products. So you're stuck with whatever they provide you to sell. And the other thing is that if their products don't get delivered in a really in a good enough time frame, that can be a problem too. If their products you're getting repeat returns, that can be a downside to it. So don't get drawn into those sort of like, we'll do you a store for $10 and we'll put all the products on, because the other thing is what happens as well. And I think after 3 months, because they're mainly Shopify stores, after 3 months, it reverts back to paying full price on a monthly basis. Now, whatever plugins they've used in the Shopify depends on whether or not you're going to pay for those extra a month as well. Hopefully that's all clear. Okay. All right, let's just go on to the next one. Drop shipping is 15 times more profitable than affiliate marketing. All right, some people might, especially affiliate marketers, might debate that, but it's generally true if you're doing it effectively. All right, so there is value in drop shipping. I'd like to think that I kind of spread my options around affiliate marketing as well as drop shipping. So I like to sort of like, do both. I mean, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that. About 86% of drop shippers on Ali Dropship, if you haven't heard of that, it's AliExpress and their drop shipping program, focus on a specific niche. Now, I've actually mentioned this before. If you're going to get into drop shipping, it pays to actually focus on a niche, right? A real specific niche, and we'll get into that. But as you can see, that's a high number. So 86%. Drop shipping stores with at least one social media account generate 30 to 32% higher revenue. All right, so obviously, if I would say every one of us in this room or in this joining me here has got a Facebook account. So you're able to actually also create a Facebook page that promotes your e-commerce store. And you can drive people to that. So it just gives you a little bit more benefit in terms of trying to drive traffic, right? And a lot of people would think, well, you know, having Facebook, you've got to know how to do all the posts and all that sort of thing. Yeah, of course. You might even have to do a couple of ads here and there when it comes to promoting your products, but I'd say Facebook ads are probably a lot more cost effective than Google ads. And then you've also plugged into the whole social media side of things. And of course, like Google, doing Google ads puts you on the search engines as well. But I can tell you now, a lot of people, when they're actually searching for products, they will probably go into social media or Google. A lot of people would encounter products through TikTok. So if you've got a TikTok account, that's another great place to actually promote your products. You don't have to show your face. I do actually know a friend of mine who lives in Los Angeles who does Amazon selling. So basically does 1-minute videos promoting a product. And literally, it's all focused on the product. It doesn't show his face at all, and he earns around in excess from $600 to $800 US dollars a day. So, you know, and he's only been doing it now. I think it's only been 12 months now. Social commerce is the thing now. Yes, absolutely. Consumer reviews are trusted 12 times more than manufacturer descriptions, and that's absolutely correct. In fact, I would probably say that figure will be more. People base their buying decision on reviews, especially if they're torn between the price. If the price may be a little bit more out of their budget, but they might be able to sort of swing it and purchase that product, but they want to make sure that that product is going to be a quality product. So they'll look for reviews. So they'll spend more time looking for reviews. They'll also spend time trying to compare, right? And when they start comparing, then they start looking at the credibility of the supplier, or whoever the like it could be the drop shipper store, you know, what their credibility is like. So they'll look more often and look at the reviews. Sometimes, and believe this or not, don't even read the reviews. They just see the stars. Oh, okay, that's a 4.5 or that's a 5-star review. And mostly all 5 stars. There might be one star and, you know, or 2 stars. But at the end of the day, they probably won't even read the review. They'll just buy it based on the fact of what they see in front of them, which is quite strange because, you know, a lot of people would want to read the reviews. However, if you've got a lot of reviews, I mean, not a lot of people want to go through all of them. I always look at the reviews. This is Karen. Something spending too much time. Actually, I missed that one, Karen. It went down before I could read the rest of it. But I'm sure it was good. Anyway, let's carry on. The global dropshipping market is projected to hit $476 billion by 2026. That's phenomenal. So $476 billion is the projected, monetary value that it will reach by 2026, and I could see that happening. E-commerce sales revenue is projected to reach 6.3 trillion, or is that supposed to be billion? It says trillion and then it says billion over here. Okay, two different things. I would probably say, geez, either one of those figures could be correct, but either way, still a lot of money. It's still quite high. And e-commerce accounts for 20.1% of total retail sales. So, 20% of total retail sales when you think about it, like, and this is including brick and mortar places. So 20% of that of sales, all sales generated, and I would say these figures are based in the US, by the way, 20% of the sales is actually generated on online or e-commerce. And the number of e-commerce users is expected to reach around about 3.6 billion by 2029. Absolutely, I can see that happening as well. All around the world now, people are actually starting to get into e-commerce ever since COVID. A lot of them knew nothing about e-commerce prior to that, but all they know that it can either be, they can either make it, turn it into their regular income, or even just a part-time, kind of career, or even just, just a side hustle, something that they can do on the side, or whatever, I guess, whatever position that they choose. I mean, there is potential to make a lot of money out of it. It all comes down to how much time you spend on it too as well. Okay, so the expected e-commerce revenue in Europe by 2025 is 721 billion. That's in Europe, so that's not including US. In the US, the number of e-commerce users is expected to reach 333 million. So yeah, I can see that happening too. Dropshipping can increase retailers' profit margins by 50%. Absolutely. So I think that is very true. And, like I said, I do know of a person that was actually doing more online than what she was doing in store. 30% of e-commerce stores use dropshipping for order fulfillment. Yep, that is true. So, like, I have businesses that I actually have created GrooveKart stores for. And, whatever kind of category that they're in, let's just say it's the health category, they may have like on their store, clothing that are actually branded with their logo, which are print on demand, and they can get a drop shipped to their customers or people who are actually loyal, I guess loyal members or patron their gym, let's just say their gym. So all those sorts of things. All right, so this is the biggest part really is actually choosing a niche, and a lot of times people people underestimate this particular part of the e-commerce journey. In fact, picking a niche is so important that if you don't actually have a niche or a specific niche that you can promote, then you're pretty much going to be you're going to fall into that category where people often fail or don't even generate a profit within their first year, and they just get put off. But if you do this right, then you'll be able to sell products that are actually proven sellers. Now, I'll give you an example. As part of a team, we had a few teams that was on this platform. This person was on a different team to me. We were tasked to actually find a product that we could sell online, and from that anybody who reached who got the highest sales kind of was the winner. And on this other team, I think this guy, he was actually at work. He had one specific product, and he promoted it on his store, and literally within that afternoon that he was at work, he made about 10,000 just in one afternoon. And what a huge amount of money just to make. And this is US dollars, right? So what a huge amount of money to make in just in one afternoon. And that was because that particular product was sought after. He didn't tell us what the product was, obviously, because, you don't really sort of share that sort of stuff. You've got a winning product. You don't want to just tell everybody, otherwise you're cutting your own throat. But literally his phone was just going off. The notifications were just ringing off the ringing off the phone like all afternoon, and he made a comment in our chat that he was considering phoning this job. I mean, because the amount of money he was making from that. Having said that, products do actually have, they go through phases. Does anybody remember I think they were called the fidgets? Fidgets? The spinning things? Yeah. I mean, that was so popular. Like, it just, it was off the chain. They were selling like crazy, even fidgets with different designs on them. Like, you couldn't go wrong. And it was a huge, huge, huge seller, if you like. The fidget spinner. Yes, Chanel, the fidget spinner. Well, that went for a phase and then it died out, right? Okay, so you're probably not going to make money on that anymore. Or you might, but you obviously you've lost the wave, the first wave, which was actually, when it first came out. Yeah, actually, great for people with autism. Yeah, you're very right there, and that kind of can be your angle too as well, especially if you've got an e-commerce store that is all related around health and wellness, those sorts of things. So that definitely something you should look at if you're gonna do that. Let me just. All right, so some of the top niches are eco-friendly. Right, we all know eco-friendly is one of the things that is not a phase. It is actually something that's going to be more of around the world. Look at say for instance New Zealand. We don't have plastic bags in our grocery stores anymore. They were banned, and that kind of came into effect around about maybe a year and a half ago, or maybe more, 2 years. That came in effect then. So no plastic bags. I know a lot of places are actually looking at how they can provide some sort of replacement, if you like. So like straws are made out of like cardboard, I think it is. And they're very durable straws or metal straws. Also at grocery stores you can get like the netted type sort of like vegetables bags that you can put your vegetables in, all those sorts of things. So there's been a lot of, and paper bags. We've gone back to paper bags. I remember paper bags when I was growing up as a kid, and yeah, that was common, very common. And there was multiple uses for paper bags, by the way. But yeah, I think one of the uses was that I think they could be used for baking. I'm not sure. Anyway, probably not. I don't know. I know there was multiple uses, but anyway, so it's just those sorts of things. We've also got sustainable fashion. You can get that now on print on demand stores, where you can buy, where you can actually promote shirts that are actually eco-friendly, made from various natural material. You can cook turkey in a paper bag. Really? Wow, that's unusual. I've never heard of that one. Okay, fashion, clothing, apparel, accessories, jewelry, absolutely. All those are actually top niches. One in there, I don't know if it's actually in there, but one in there is fragrances, which is something I used to sell. So those are actually really good products as well. We also have print-on-demand items, clothing, household items such as like canvas pictures, if you like, clocks print, with your design printed on the clock face, all those sorts of things. Footwear, head items, sport items, hobbies, crafts and DIY kits. They're also popular to sell. Health and beauty, another popular category, if you like. So home fitness products, a lot of people getting into, just doing their training or fitness at home. Some, I mean, there's still a lot of people going to the gyms, obviously, but, even those people that go to gyms, if they travel, they still want to be able to have some type of portable fitness equipment that they can take with them, particularly like yoga mats and things like that. Home gyms, that's a nice, that's actually a good product to sell it, because it's a high-end product. So it's high ticket, and you won't get a lot of people buying it, but you'll get a few people buying it if you market it right, and they'll pay the price whatever it is, specifically especially if it's actually a high quality gym. There are people out there who will also buy some of the cheaper type home gyms, but yeah, so you've got a good range there anyway. Personal care and beauty products, makeup. I mean, it's always a seller. Skincare products, that's another huge one. Wellness products, self-development books. Yep. Like, I mean, if you write your own and you could sell your own, or you can go onto Amazon and you can actually be an affiliate. What do you call it? Partner with them and sell the books off the Amazon side as well. I think that's around about 2 or 3%. It might be 5%. It won't be any more than 5% that you'll get on every sale. All right, so the next one is food. So plant-based food and beverages, specialized dietary food. Like if you're into that whole health and wellness side of things and you're passionate about it, like I know Dr. Lisa is very passionate about her health and wellness products, and so that's another one that a lot of people are looking for. Pet products, specialized food specific to breed, believe it or not. So there are foods there that are specific to breed. I know myself, I buy certain food, and it's just dry food. I don't buy wet food, by the way, and I'll tell you why. The reason why I don't give my dog wet food, like the dog rolls and stuff like that, is because it actually leaks through the pores of the skin. The smell, there's a smell you can actually get from those dog rolls. Depending on what, the cheaper, they've got the cheaper ones, which generally actually do that, and you probably find yourself, cleaning your dog more often than not. I only do dry food, and with all natural products in it, no chemical things added to it. It's specifically made for different breeds of dogs, or any dog, doesn't really matter. So if you can find some of those and actually start selling those, that's actually a good product to sell. And I'll tell you the other thing with dry food. I don't think my dog has had a bath in the last 2 years because it doesn't smell, believe it or not. And quite often I get people go, oh, you must give your dog, you must bathe your dog, quite often because he can't smell any dog smell. I said, no, I don't actually. So, yeah, crazy, eh? But that's what you get with quality specialized food. Pet toys and accessories, another one. Travel and holiday part. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, so travel and holiday. I think I had something for that. Sorry, that's wrong. So travel and holiday, you've got like travel accessories, like, what do you call it? Weighers, also covers for your bags, things like bag tags, all that sort of stuff. Definitely should be something you can look at when you're actually doing like your niches based around travel and holiday. And if you're lucky enough to be able to have some direct links to maybe like Airbnbs where you know the person that runs it, and you can make a deal with them, and hey, look, I can also send people your way, then that might be another one. Home and office, remote work, essentials. Okay, what that means is that when a lot of people getting online now, doing what we're doing. As you can see, Dr. Lisa's got a background that promotes her butterflies, and I don't really have anything in the background other than a picture and all that. But there are people online who are online a lot of the times that will actually have like art, wall hangings, neo lights, all those sorts of things, right? Just to make it look really cool. because that's what they do all the time. They're just online all the time, kind of like us. Hey, Kevin. What else? Here's webcams, lighting, green screens, audio equipment. Absolutely, all of those. So if you actually look at that as a niche, then that's something you can definitely look at doing. Decorative items. Okay, I've only got candles on there. I'm sure there's more than that. But candles, scented candles, is actually quite a good drop shipping item. However, just make sure with those, because they often come in glass jars, you want to make sure just the packaging and all that with the supplier is, protects the item. Smart home devices, I think it's everywhere now. Security has become a huge thing. Security accessories, voice controlled devices, intelligent lighting systems, even things like for opening and closing curtains. Now, normally that's kind of like, it used to be a built-in thing, but now you can actually, you can get these things that you can attach to the curtain track, and it will open and by remote, whatever you want to call it, wireless connection to your phone. You can actually control it opening and closing the curtains. And so it's a separate item that you can actually put on there. Kind of like you could see it coming years back, but kind of like what you can do now, that what you couldn't do back then. But back then, you would, if you wanted a smart home, you literally had to have it built in, right? Everything needed to be built into the home, like all the electronics, all that sort of thing. There was no way you could have a smart home, unless it was actually built into the house before the house was, if the house was getting built. But now you can take out like switches and all that, replace it with Bluetooth switches, or you can have plugs now, adapters that you can plug in. You can plug your appliance into. That's actually a Bluetooth adapter as well. So there's all those sorts of things, and it's a lot more cost effective to actually have a smartphone than it ever has been. We're getting close to the end on this. Kids education and games, e-learning tools, educational tools, puzzles, box games. Yep, definitely all those and plus more. We also have baby gear, utility bags. They're very popular. Baby clothing. Okay, so my experience with this, in terms, I've stayed away from baby clothing, and this is the reason why. You have to be careful. You really do need to be careful where you get baby clothing from, because some manufacturers actually don't really care. They'll create the products. They'll manufacture the products, but they'll manufacture out of material that could be flammable. All right. So literally, like, let's just say, for instance, you had a baby that was we're outdoors. You've got kind of like a little they call it the portable braziers, I think they're called. I'm not too sure. I think that's what they're called, where you can actually just have a little fire going and all that. And sometimes it sends off sparks, right? And if one of those hit any flammable material, they'll just go up in flames. And I think there was one just recently in the news where a little girl who had, I think it was a blanket, and it was actually highly flammable, and they were by a fire of some sort, and there was a spark that actually got onto the blanket, and it literally gave her first-degree burns around her face and all that, because it just caught up in flames. That's why I stay away from that sort of stuff, especially if it's coming from overseas somewhere. I would, if you know the supplier, and the supplier only provides credible items, then go with them. But otherwise, I wouldn't take a chance in buying things like, say, I want to sound mean when I say this, but from China, because there are some places that still sell that sort of stuff. Oops. And baby gear, what do we say? We've got baby monitors as well. All right, so those are kind of the niches. There's more than that, obviously, but those are the niches that that you can actually look into. Now, having said that, I do actually have a tool that I created, which is a GPT agent tool that I can share with you, and I will probably share it to you in your inbox in your messenger rather than on here. But let me just go to it now. Let's see if I can find it. Right. Hey. All right, so let me just share my screen. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. This is what we call my prime product predator. I will keep all the names with a P. So prime product predator, basically it will, you give it instructions. Okay, and if you don't sort of know what you're looking for, you want ideas, or you want to get some sort of you want to brainstorm, this tool can probably help you, right? So if I came over here and it says show me 5 top products for drop shipping, don't know what the rest of it says, but let's just click on that for drop shipping right now. There you go. So it's going to find me 5 top products. It's going to name it. It's also going to tell me where I can get it from. It's going to tell me what the potential profit margin is, and it'll probably give me some links to it as well. But there you can see some of the things that are actually quite popular at the moment. Portable phone projectors. I do know those are actually popular. I've also created this tool to be able to filter out all the, you know, the products that are not so good, to filter out the ones that have got bad reviews. But having said that, you know, to make sure that those reviews are actually legitimate bad reviews, and not reviews that are sort of based on delivery or even the seller, because the product might be good, but the seller might be, you know, might not be that great. And so it's designed to do that as well. I've also asked it to actually provide products that will give me a 30% plus margins in terms of profit after all the overheads are taken out of the equation. But as you can see here, the portable phone projector, you can get it from either AliExpress or Alibaba. Supplier price ranges from 30 to 100. So there's potential to actually sell a high ticket item. And you can sell it between sort of 80 and 250, offering around about 60 to 70% profit margins. So why is it hot? Well, perfect for tech savvy users, students, and business professionals. I know myself, if you are a business professional, or let's just say if you're a salesperson, you want to actually do a presentation at a potential client's office, and that something like that is hugely you know, it's a good advantage to have one of those what do you call it, portable phone projectors. All right, the demand spikes during holidays and back to school season. So I've also got it to explain why is it a popular item. So that's where you can you know, get all this information. Now it's got links here. We have got AliExpress as a supplier, but let's just click on this link here. All right. Okay, so this has taken me to it looks like it's a blog site. All right, because it's kind of it's obviously worked out that it's looking for top products that are now, but it's also given me some other suggestions here as well. So this is also good for, you know, finding or getting down to a specific product. These wallets here, I guess, protect your cards, your credit cards and all that, people trying to get information off them with you know, those wireless or Bluetooth type sort of gadgets. Also tells you why you should drop ship it. There's a few others here too as well. Car scratch remover. I like this because it's telling me why this would be a good item. So obviously this is a good, you know, a good place to get more ideas. What else we got here? So dropshipping.com is actually a blog site. It's not actually a supply site, I don't think. Yeah. Okay. 3D LED digital alarm clock. Okay. So it's around about $17 profit per unit. Why is it hot, sleek, and multifunctional? This clock doubles as a night light and appeals to a broad audience, making it a great addition to the home decor stores. Okay, I believe that. Green tea cleansing mask. Anybody use green tea cleansing masks in here? I don't. So there, that's the supplier, ZenDrop. Let's just have a look at the product link example and see if it actually shows us the product. Okay, you literally got to log in for this one. So what it's unable to do is actually take you to a product that you've got to actually be a user of. You've got to log in to. All right, so that's what it doesn't do at this stage. All right, let's go back. Pet GPS tracker. I think those are really cool. In fact, I want to get one for my dog. And mini portable fan. All right, so I think in the US you're in your fall. Yep, you're in your fall, and so I don't think you're going to need a fan. So let's just go back again. Let's go back one step in. Let's go back to the start here. Actually, let's just try this. Okay, let's just try this again. There were some other actually things I could do here. What's the best product from AliExpress for, I'm getting this for tech. Can you suggest low competition items? Let's have a look at this one here. Can you suggest low competition items for drop shipping? All right, here you go. So LED light strip with remote control. Yeah, a lot of people getting into that at the moment. What else we got? Portable mini juice blender. Yep, I know people have actually they've got those bottles with the blending thing in the bottom of it. Magnetic phone car mount. Oh, those have always been popular. Waterproof shower. Heating into 4, however, portable fans are good for those who get their eyelashes done. Okay. Oh, yeah, I believe you. Waterproof shower, Bluetooth speaker. If you spend a long time in the shower, that would be pretty good. I think if you've actually been in the shower for if you've been in the shower for 5 or 10 songs, then you've been in there too long, I reckon. But yeah, okay, so that's one. Now the other thing with this tool is that you can actually just give it your own. All right, so so what it can do is if you go into it and if I go, I want to find a product that I can be, my keyboard's playing up, that I can be passionate about. All right. So I've got it to sort of guide you through the process. All right. So saying here, finding a product you're passionate about is a great way to stay motivated in your dropshipping journey. A good way to start is by reflecting on areas that align with your personal interests, hobbies, or values. Here are some niche ideas that you might be passionate about. Now, if any of these don't actually, I'm not into. I mean, I am into the whole, dogs related products and health and fitness. But I'm going to just try something different here. I'm going to go. I like fishing. I'll go. I love fishing. I love fishing. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, that's awesome. Fishing is a passionate niche with lots of dedicated enthusiasts. It always has a wide range of products, from essential gear to innovative gadgets, which makes it a perfect niche for dropshipping. Okay, so telescopic fishing rods, yes, they are popular, but you really want to find the good quality ones. Okay, you don't want to get something that's going to break pretty much after the first or second use, or even third use. But you really want to make sure that you get a good quality one. Fishing tackle box organizer, absolutely, and that actually they're very popular as well. I know myself, looking for tackle boxes that actually suit my means when it comes to fishing. There's definitely something I look for. They make a good Father's Day present as well. Even a present for your son or daughter, they're into fishing. Let's have a look here. I'll see if we can get on. No, okay. Okay, so that's from CJ Drop Shipping. This one here, Fish Finder Sonar. Oh, you would probably use that. You would probably use that in the boats. You wouldn't use it just fishing off the surf, or what do you call it, the beach. Multifunctional fishing pliers. Yep. Fishing lures. Okay, so lures are huge. Lures are the ones that actually a lot of people who actually love fishing will look at as lures. And would you believe that fish pretty are pretty fussy when it comes to lures? Believe it or not, one color might work one day, then the next they go off it. So you change it to a different color. It's unbelievable. I mean, they're pretty clever. I guess that's why they call them a school of fish. But yeah, absolutely. You actually have different colors for even different days. You got to literally have them in your fishing box. And okay, well, that one's not working. Let's try another color. Even the robotic fish as well, robotic lures that actually swim like a fish as well. So they wag. Yeah, there's a lot of things that, and it's become a real lucrative market to actually sell lures. So if you're into fishing, that's a great thing to actually look at, which is the lures. All right, look, I think that's it for today. Now with this tool, I will send it into your Facebook message, so you'll get it in there. And yeah, like I will be updating it every now and then. So there might be some changes a little bit down the track where you might encounter. So it's all about making it, just keep increasing its ability to do things. Chanel, thanks, Peter, for the wonderful and informative presentation. Looking forward to tomorrow. Me too, Chanel. Thank you for that. Right, so if you have any questions, we've got probably about 5 minutes before we end today's session. But if you've got any questions, just post them. Post them in the chat there. I want to stop screen now. Stop sharing. All right, so if you've got any questions, just put them in there. But so today was really around about niches, categories. Use that tool to actually maybe look for your specific niche that you might want to sell. For a lot of people, it's difficult to actually come up with some type of product and something that's actually going to be a winning product, because that's the biggest part, right? The biggest part is that coming up with that one product. And if you recall earlier when I mentioned about the guy on the other team with the one product, he generated 10,000 K just in one afternoon, just specifically for that one product. Was amazing. And so it can be done. It's not impossible, but also be careful too as well, because that product will probably phase out, and then there'll be something else. And I've said this in other sessions. I've had certain products that actually sold. They weren't the sexiest products by any means. They were actually like steel cotton wool, white chalk, plastic scoops, not sexy whatsoever. One that I think is still popular now, and was even more popular after COVID or post-COVID, or even during COVID, was dishwashing gloves. 5-pack, 10 packs. People will generally buy them in packs, right? They were very, very popular. You could sell a lot of those. You could even sell a lot of those now if you really wanted to. And if you can find something that's different from the rest of the ones that you can get, like ones with flowers on it or butterflies, you could definitely find a little bit of an edge in that niche that separates you from the rest, right? So there's some things that you can do there. Let me just have a little see if there's any questions. Heading into fall. Okay. All right. Well, hey guys, that's it. That doesn't seem like there's any questions, but obviously we've got another 4 more days to go. So you're probably going to have some questions as we go through the days. So tomorrow, actually, I'm going to bring up my screen again. Oops. Sorry guys, I just cut myself off. If it seems like we're having little issues with the Groove Meet, it's because it's something new to us at the moment and a little bit different from Zoom. So I'm still trying to feel my way around it, but because I just closed myself off and then when I was trying to share. All right, so here we go. Okay. All right, so tomorrow is going to be about suppliers and drop shippers. So basically, we'll be looking into, how to find them, which suppliers to choose. Now, there's a lot of suppliers out there. Don't forget, there's actually suppliers, manufacturers, and wholesalers that can actually also do drop shipping. So it's not just drop shipping suppliers. You will also encounter platforms that act as the go-between between the supplier and you. Even though you might be able to deal direct with the supplier, they just simplify the process so that it all makes sense to you, especially for people just beginning into e-commerce, and that's how they make their money. So they charge a subscription. Some also realize that people will need a seller certificate or they will need an LLC to be able to deal with some of these suppliers. So that's where they come in handy. They can still link you up with the suppliers, and there's no need for you to actually have an LLC or seller certificate because that's all getting managed from the platform, the go-between, if you like. So there's all that type of thing to actually remember when it comes to suppliers. So we're going to be looking into that tomorrow. And that's me. Thanks for joining us, and I will see you again tomorrow. We're probably not going to go out with any music because I don't think we figured that one out yet. So yeah, if you're waiting around for the Groove dinosaur, no, it's not going to be today. It might be tomorrow though. Who knows? Okay, guys. See you later. Bye for now.